for today there's a daily challenge we want to tackle. And this one is interesting. Hi Rock Bogglesworth, welcome. Yeah, I had a nice day. Pretty relaxed. So, we have Hellhorned and Melting Remnant as our two clans. The mutators are Magic Hand, Ninja Training and Wand of Cure Light Wounds. So we don't discard our cards at the end of a turn. Minor bosses enter with Stealth 5 and restore 5 health to all units after combat. Wand of Cure Light Wounds is obviously not very synergistic with the Hellhorned clan. If we use something like armor, then it won't do much for us. It's also oftentimes not that impactful for enemies, but it can ruin some artifacts like check strips. Will no longer kill 3 or 5 health minions. Ninja Training is obviously the most dangerous thing here. Minor bosses entering with Stealth 5 makes bottom floor kills a lot harder. And Magic Hand, cards are not discarded at the end of turn, is definitely very powerful with Remnant because of Reform. Things like that. You can keep burnout units in hand at the right time, Reform cards in hand to play at the right time, and burnout increasing cards for the right time. You can also have resin removal to dispel stealth, and you can just keep that in hand until the boss shows up. So Magic Hand definitely makes things a lot easier. Something I think about when I see Ninja Training is having a resin removal with Permafrost, but we don't even need Permafrost with Magic Hand. Yes, the runtimes are pretty short today. The scores are in the 46 to 49k area here on the first page. The scores are actually, they differ quite a bit. So maybe there's a variety of possible paths here. So let's jump into the run and see what our cards and our Seraph is gonna be. We are fighting the Spell Consume Seraph. Our starting cards are Welder Helper, Molded and Rage Serum. Okay. These are decent. Scorching Restraints versus Motive Key. Ooh. Motive Key is obviously pretty powerful with imps, and we already have 2 Welder Helpers. Scorching Restraints is generally good damage increase. This is not an easy choice. Either Relic is quite solid. I feel like I should go Votive Key, but I also feel like Scorching Restraints might be better. Yeah, Key definitely has a higher potential if we find something like a Transcend Imp. Then again, we do have the Molded to reform the imps. Hi, Hidden Away. Also, I think I missed someone. Hi, Hestota. great to hear you managed to get a top 10 after watching my stream. Bounty Stalker? Yeah, that's definitely a possibility as well. But we do have these two moldeds in the starting deck, so the Endless is a bit less valuable. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. It's a very strong effect. Revenge versus Slay. If we wanna deal efficiently with the ninjas, that's to say the minor bosses with stealth 5, we will need some armor, but we do have welder helpers and we can make them endless, so we don't really need the Wrathful Hornbreaker Prince. But can we even get slays with this deck? Currently it looks pretty difficult to even get a single slay off. We would need something like a rage potion and a drag against a 40 health enemy. That would do it. Let's go slay. It does work quite well with Endless too. We are allowed to sacrifice our champ to get the slay trigger and then set up on the top floor? That seems reasonable. I'm thinking that was the wrong order, but it's the only possible order, and it's actually pretty good. I also want to block 5 damage. Let's torch the collector and one of you guys. Block another 3 here. Yeah, we'll have enough power to deal with the Forged Disciple anyways. I made the drag endless, right? I did. I guess it's okay. Rage Serum doesn't really do much here. Both molded in the same hand. Let's put you in front. This first floor is only for getting rid of the stealth anyway. I didn't play a unit yet, so this one's gonna be endless and has burnout 1, so I can play that one every single turn. Can play a drag here. Can play a drag in the back. That's reasonable. Might as well do it with the other one too. Not that I really need it. Was there a way to get a kill on this floor? I don't think so. Pretty sure there wasn't a way. Okay. Went Ritual of Battle Molding Imp. Molding Imp can be decent with Endless or Reform, but Usually I like Vamp more because of the ability to play for 0. Ritual of Battle is another consideration, but I think it's not a card we want here. Let's go Vent. Dripfall, Hello Drippings, Purifying Cleanse. It's hard to turn down a Dripfall this early in a daily challenge. I do want to upgrade the Vent. Wouldn't mind upgrading some of the other cards. We don't really need Endless on these imps. Let's go to the right. Remnant banner might be decent. Wickless Tycoon. That's interesting. I like it. 10 magic power for the Vent. Very nice. Got that out of the way real quick. Could make the Rage Serum not consume, but that's not really a great card for that. Let's have a Dripfall here. Permafrost not necessary. Let's upgrade one of the torches with Consume. And cost reduce one of the molded, why not? Let's leave it at that. Non-boss enemy units get +4 attack, okay. I think that's doable. $25 damage is enough to kill the Protector. And Drag can kill the Thorn Sky. That leaves no room for imps until the Drag burns out. Maybe I shouldn't have played it this way. Maybe I should have left the space open. Yeah, I kinda wanna... Let's play the imp and kill it. So we have it guaranteed next turn. So we can start stacking armor on our Tycoon. I don't think I want a Dripfall just yet. Can we play another imp? We can. If we kill the non... Well, we need to kill... That doesn't quite work out. I should have played another unit first, I guess. Maybe the Vent will be enough. Torch plus Vent. Yep, that's enough. And we can even get the gold. Hi tryhard only, welcome. Fledgling Imp, that's another pretty amazing unit for this deck. Purifying Cleanse, Hello Dripping as Entombed Explosives. No, I don't think we want these. And I don't think we want these units. Not really. Let's go for the artifact. Yeah, should be better than a dupe. Cleansing water. That helps with ninja training sometimes. Not the units I want. Dante. Dante with magic hand is dangerous. But Dante with rage can be very powerful. Not another Dante run. So if we take Dante now, we will get it after this fight. And there is no Merchant of Steel right after that fight, which is a bit of a shame. We would have to wait until just before Fell, until the Wildwood, to get a Merchant of Steel. And that moves us away from an unstable Vortex and Hursel's Horde, which I don't really want. Currently the only cards that really benefit Dante are Fledgling Imp and Rage Serum. Tough decision. If this Merchant of Magic was a Merchant of Steel, I would probably take it immediately. Yeah, we probably would need to take Ember. Otherwise these candles with magic hand are gonna be our doom. Nope, no Dante today. Explosives enter with damage shield. We need to generate quite a bit of armor. Otherwise these explosives might be a problem. We have a decent start here. On a floor start even. Let's give this one Endless. We cleansed the damage shield of the explosive. +10 +35, yep. It's enough. The rage doesn't really matter. Maybe I should have kept the Dripfall around. Let's give this one Endless. And play these out so they are not getting in the way. Deal as much damage to this Forged Disciple as we can. Which is actually quite a bit. That's gonna be enough to kill this Forged Disciple. We could torch this guy and play a Welder Helper. I don't mind. And we do have the kill, but maybe we can save this guy to get the 5 gold of Daedalus. Other than that, not much we can do. We can get 5 gold from this imp as well. And another 5 gold from this imp. But that's about it. Last stand. Wickless recruitment and Memento Mori. Memento Mori could be very huge. I mean, reasonably big, but not big enough to kill bosses. Why do we want recruitment? Night Priest. We can't play this on enemies. It only removes burnout and debuffs from our units. I think we are going... Okay, it removes burnout and debuff effects from a unit, but it doesn't remove stealth because stealth is not a debuff. It's a buff. Last stand is pretty good with Fletchling Imp. Endless Fletchling Imp especially. So I'm gonna go with that. Alpha Fiend, Lady of the House, Paraffin Enforcer. Not really. And I think I want capacity, so I can juggle more imps. That's gonna be somewhat important. I do want the chance to have 2 imps active at the same time. I like removals. I'm not that big a fan of unit upgrades right now. Although there are... I wouldn't mind a bit of extra damage or health on the Wickless Tycoon, but it's not essential. Still, I think with the removals we should go to the right side. Branded Warrior. That has a lot of potential and I should definitely have checked the shop first. Oh, why didn't I check the shop first? Let's pick it. Good call. How long do we carry this Wickless Tycoon around? I wonder. I think not much longer. I think Branded Warrior's gonna be our front line now. And for that reason I think we are not even gonna reroll. I think we buy a Purge. And I think it goes on Wickless Tycoon. He paid for himself. I think. And he helped us deal with the first few fights. Burnout and Imp. Yeah, I should do that. I should definitely do that. On a Welder Helper? Yes. It's not gonna die for being in front. Not that easily. And because we are starting to focus on rage, I do want a multi-strike on the Hornbreaker. Definitely. It's also generally good with the Slay. They synergize very well. Can buy another Purge. I think I'm gonna go to the left here. And then maybe to the left here. Almost certainly. So we do need a bit of gold. But maybe not a ton. One more removal should be affordable. Drags are still somewhat useful. Because they're 1 capacity, we can play them to block hits on our main units. Heaven Seal is a bit scary. We need to grow relatively quickly. Homebreaker Prince can kill the Clip Defender if we put Homebreaker in front. There's an obvious problem with having Homebreaker in front, but we can give it Endless. Do we want to start? No, it's better if we reform it next turn. Then we can have Endless on that Imp. While it has Burnout at the same time. Although, I kind of wanna play Welder Helper first. But we don't need to play this Imp in front, we can play it in the back now. After all, it has Burnout. And then we play Welder Helper. Torch this guy. Could have done that with a drag instead. I do want to get rid of this imp, so I can reform it. Save 5 health. That's okay. This imp will die. I think I keep the Welder Helper here. We can make the Welder Helper endless this time. I think we got enough rage now. Let's play out these other units just to get them out of our hand. Welder Helper. Let's get another one. And let's get the Fletchling Imp back as well, although we don't intend to play that just yet. Pretty strong. Whoa. Jack strips? They are not as necessary, but they can help prevent some damage to our pyre eventually. Impish Scholar can bring back Last Stand, Rage Serum and Torch. But Impish Scholar with Endless, well, it's not really Endless. It's only one instance of Endless. It's apply Endless, not enhance with Endless. So we can't kill it over and over again. But yeah, we can get back Last Stand. And that's definitely worth something. Subsuming Blade, Engulfed in Smoke, a Fatal Melting. Engulfed in Smoke is just... it's just great. Hi Rossum! It's exactly the kind of defense we want in this deck. Let's find Consume Removal for the Last Stand. We don't really need it with the imp, but it would be good. Magic power. Second magic power on the vent is probably not a waste, just in case we face an armor trial. Holdover. Holdover engulfed in smoke. Such easy defense. We can focus on offense a lot more easily that way. Let's remove the final train steward and one of the torches. If I find time, I will probably play a few runs on the private beta, but it's not like I have a ton of time for Monster Train besides when I stream, which is the main problem. This time I think we want Branded Warrior in front. Branded Warrior can get a kill on the Sycophant, apply some rage so we can deal more damage to the overcharge tank. I think Welder Helper goes in the back. Welder Helper should have gone in between these. You know what? We can fix this with the drag. So it's 18, then it's plus 3 rage, so it's 24. Against this guy, but he gains 10 armor, so 14, so he's on 71. Hornbreaker deals 3 rage, yeah. 31 times 2, so 62. Yeah, drag is enough. And then we engulfed in smoke to have some stealth here, which not only protects our unit, but makes every imp we play, no matter where we play them, be a target. Stack the stealth. Let's buff the Branded Warrior, because we need that buff. Otherwise we won't get kills. And I'll keep the Molded. We might skip Engulf this turn, we don't really need it, so... I do want to cast my first last stand here. We consumed the Rage Serum as well, so... the Impish Scholar isn't guaranteed to get back last stand. But I think we should try anyways. Rage Serum, I guess that's still fine. I skipped the Engulfed in Smoke by accident. And now I don't want to play it because of the imps. I guess that's okay. Let's go back to engulfing things with smoke, in smoke. Can we get another last stand? We already... Nope. We don't. I could have fished more efficiently for it, but... doesn't really matter. I think we just won the game. Transcend Imp. That's what we really needed in this deck, right? Hey, Resonant Shard. Seems solid. The other one would be pretty decent as well. Cost reduce this molded. We don't really need holdover on anything. But the Dripfall allows us to more easily kill flying bosses. We are up against Spell Consume Seraph, but is that a problem? Not really. Yeah, these tracks no longer really serve a purpose. This is Ragefell. Let's see who's better at using Rage here. Do we set up on the bottom floor? Might be a problem. We can't really get through to these guys. I think my scaling is now Rage, so I want this guy to get a kill. But the Homebreaker Prince will take quite a bit of damage. And maybe I should have played the Homebreaker first. Oh, we can block some damage with the drag. Having the last stand consumed is not actually that bad. Because we have the Imp Scholar. Hi Mind Control and bye Mind Control. Happy you showed up. Without stealth, the Welder Helper is a bit harder to use. I don't really want to use the Consume Torch yet. And I think I will wait with Transcend Imp. Now things are starting to look a lot more interesting. But I need more Ember. Ember is a bit of a problem right now. I think I do want to transcend him to die, so we can actually reform him. So I think the Endless goes on the Fledgling Imp. And I think we need the capacity. So let's play these guys here on the top floor. I got the Rage Serum again, but luckily we have the Transcend Imp. I also kind of want to torch the Welder Helper, but we can't really do that. But we can Dripfall the Transcend Imp. So it dies on the bottom floor. Let's also play out this Vent. We don't really need it. Okay, this should be a pretty big turn. Let's get this imp out of the way. I do want my Transcendent back. Now Transcendent has Burnout. But that... yeah, I kinda wanna leave it at Burnout 1, so let's play it once. This guy will get another 9 rage. So... no, another 12 rage, because we are playing this Fleshling Imp as well. So another 12 rage is another 36 attack, which means the first hit will kill the Master of Light, so we buff the backline. Not quite enough just yet. We are growing pretty quick here. Pretty quickly. And next turn we'll definitely be able to kill. We do have the Dripfall, so no matter where Fell hides, we should be able to get him. Anything else we can do here? Not really. Just play some cards. And Dripfall fell. Play Transcendent. Play Last Stand. Win the game. At least win this fight. I don't think we want Ally of the Ancients. Getting back the Last Stand is gonna be a bit more difficult in the final fight against Seraph because of the consume effects. Maybe we just want extra Ember. Yeah, we have smoke, we don't need Ally. It's very true. We don't need unit upgrades. We kind of like removal, but it's not that essential. I will probably start removing Welder Helpers. The non-burnout one and the torch will probably be my removals, which is pretty solid, but what would be my dupe? Would it be Last Stand? Would it be Fledgling Imp? Would it be Transcend Imp? I think it would be Fledgling Imp. A single Transcend Imp is enough. But if we have more Fledgling Imps, we can generate more rage with the Transcend Imp. Fine. Yeah, there are almost too many good dupes. We want more multi-strike. We need this guy to clear out the... it depends. either the branded warrior or the champion could kill. I think it is Fleshling Imp. Either the branded warrior or the Hornbreaker Prince could kill the front lines that are in our way. And here's the problem with check strips. They no longer kill these enemies. I guess we start setting up on the top and descend down from there. This guy has Endless, so that's totally fine. But if he dies, we don't really wanna increase his rage. I think it's too early to play a last stand here. Do we want Endless on this Welder Helper? I think so. We do have another Welder Helper. Do I want to start building the branded warrior on the bottom floor? I think so. I think Hornbreaker is strong enough for now. We should focus on making the branded warrior stronger. Hornbreaker will need some armor against these guys. That's something to consider as well. So let's give him some armor. We will be ember drained by 1 next turn. By 2 even. This guy also ember drains. Fletchling Imp. Transcend Imp. Nothing to reform just yet. I do want to kill this Lightwings, I think. It doesn't matter that much. But it's still worth doing, I think. We could prevent the Ember Drain. We can't really do it on the top because then we have these two on the same floor, and we can't really do it on the bottom because then the imps, I really want to see that, don't die. So let's keep this around. We do want Transcend Imp with Burnout 1 and make that our endless play every turn. I think I do want to drip fall this guy. Last stand is still pretty small. Or we can at least add a Fletchling Imp to this. And then the last stand is looking pretty sizable. You can just block some damage here. The drag will burn out relatively soon, so... Let's bring back the Fleshling Imp again. Let's also bring back the Welder Helper. Don't want to play the Welder Helper this turn, I think. Don't really need this guy there, but might as well. Next turn I can start using Gripfall to descend my champ. Bring back the Scholar and the non-zero cost Fletchling Imp. Infinite power. It's still a bit slow. Things would go much better if we had a Pyre Jumper or an Important Work. Important Work is really good. What do we need? Dupe removal? I guess we want the dupe on Important Work. Let's also look at the merchant. Firebox is nice. It's not like we have a ton of draw, so we can't do that much on the first turn. I think this might be a reroll. Oh, this helps. This helps a lot with Ember. Suddenly Ember is no longer a problem, and that means we probably do Blessed Stand. Having a higher chance to get it back and having the chance to play more of them is very valuable. Can't take Volatile Gorge. Can I not? Wait, why can't I take Volatile Gorge? I can take Volatile Gorge and it's really good. Just double checking. The imps. But as soon... the extra draw is so enticing. Should speed up our kill by a turn or two. But if the imps roll high, then maybe it slows us down. We do have 7 Ember a turn though. We do have 7 Ember a turn. And any imp we get back with Molded will be 0 cost from then on. Vent is not a problem. We don't really need to play the torches. Moldeds and Last Stands are cost reduced. Last Stands especially benefit from The Gorge important work is the only one that it's not really great. I'll take it. It's a bit of a risk. We can roll pretty badly, but I really want that draw. That draw is so powerful. It's obviously pretty bad with these vengeful shots. I guess is the main problem. This is not a great start. Okay, let's think about this. We need to start gaining power as quickly as possible. Fledgling Imp, double last stamp maybe, followed by an Impish Scholar. Followed by another last stand. That's interesting, Nightbreeze. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, should probably look at it after this run is done. I'm thinking about whether or not there's anything to gain by playing a torch this turn. I draw more cards. Now the next stage of our plan. I think this starts out with molded. Yes, we lose it. We consume the molded. To bring back the Impish Scholar, we play Impish Scholar. Got the Vamp, but that doesn't matter. The main thing is we wanna have the Transcend Imp trigger another Impish Scholar. Oh, our hand is full. That's a that was a mistake. Should have made space. Still need to deal with this guy. It's not how I wanna deal with him, but I'm aiming for a kill next turn. Got back the Molded, which can give us back the Transcend Imp. I do want to start with consuming the last stand though. And we get back the Transcend Imp. Play it. Still problem with the full hand. He's playing Ghost in Smoke. Important work. Molded again. Still need to make some room. Transcend him. Last stand. Last stand. Now the only thing we need is clear this top floor. And we can do that by just playing a Welder Elfer here in front, and these guys will die. And we should win on this turn. Let's play out these shots and take our victory. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I made a really good choice in identifying that the Volatile Gorge can help us out quite a lot. And I think it sped up our engine by quite a bit, because we drew into the last stands faster and into the Transcend Imps. Things like that. And it had a really low chance of screwing us over with the Hell Spanners, the extra Ember. Yeah. We managed to get an above 50k score, which should put us at first place. We didn't take any damage the entire run, which is always nice to see. And we had 3 turn boss rushes on most fights. 5 turn on Fel, 6 turn on Seraph, only a 1 turn on the first fight, but with Mark of Invasion you can't really expect that to go any better. So I think this deck is very strong. Obviously the Transcend Imp, Reform, endless interactions on top of Last Stand is a really powerful engine. Especially if you add the Impish Scholar into the mix, which really brings Transcend Imp to the next level. And finally, the final piece of the puzzle we were missing to make the deck completely broken was a Pyre Jumper, which would have made Transcend Imp generate Ember for us. But even without that, it was a very strong deck. So let's look at the leaderboard. And yes, we are holding the first place for now. We took a lot longer than most other players here. But in the end, the execution was definitely not trivial. Let's look at some other decks. Eislich. Eislich went with Last Stand as well. A bit more traditional, but also very imp heavy with Transcend Imp, Impish Scholar, Fletchling Imp, Welder Helper, Ritual of Battle with double stack. Somewhat similar to our deck, but he was a turn slower on Seraph as well as Fel. Ooh, he did manage a 3-turn boss rush on the on this fight, on the first fight, on top of taking the trial. Pretty impressive. He went with Scorching Restraint. And he went with the Wrathful Hornbreaker Prince. I guess that helps in the first fight. It's a bit better against these enemies. Let's look at Never Nathaniel's deck. He went with Votive Key. I figured he would. He upgraded all his Drags. It's a bit surprising. He went with a quick large Horned Warrior, quick multi-strike Paraffin Thug. This Paraffin Thug seems like it generated a ton of gold for him, because with all these upgrades he still had 1.5k gold on the end. Okay, let's look at Finalce's list as well. That's a mess of a deck, but still seems... I'm a bit surprised about these drag upgrades. Other than that, the deck looks quite solid. He picked a Molding Imp, Transcend Imp and Welder Helper for his Imp package, as well as an important work. Only a 2-turn boss rush on Seraph though. No flying kills, but also no damage taken. What about Finalce? Seven-turn boss rush on Fell. Sadly, we can't see. You mean in Ever Nathaniel's deck? He had a Formless Child to use Intent on Death on. Okay, you can't 8-turn boss rush that. You can't 8-turn boss rush Daedalus. That shouldn't be possible with this deck. Well, with this in this run. The holdover cost reduced torches. Yeah, I think this guy cheated the enemy's health down and used the holdover torches to kill everyone or something like that. Well, there was a purge event, a purge upgrade, so maybe he had some way to kill Seraph, but definitely not 8-turn. Not 8-turn Daedalus. So, let's report this guy. Okay, that was a very successful daily challenge. Pretty happy how that went. I always like playing Reform Imp decks. They're one of my favorite style of deck. Yeah,